Hello, and welcome to the channel. I am Tyrabell. Thank you for being here, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel before we get started. I am going to do a 2024 reading, not really a predictions reading just yet. I probably will do one, and if that's something that you guys are interested in, getting one personally, make sure you contact me on Instagram. You can send me a DM and I will let you know my pricing and how it'll all go down. So you can reach out to me for personal readings at this time. I am available, and if not, I'm thinking about doing a general prediction type of reading very soon, like an in-depth reading. And it is important to remember that tarot really aims to meet us where we are in this present moment. The future can always be changed, and you guys know I always say with my readings that they're not for answers. It is to confirm what your intuition is already telling you, and you create your destiny, you create your future. So always know that anything you hear is meant to be heard with discretion, with discernment, and only take what resonates. Leave the rest. So, we have 4 piles today. The Modern Witch Tarot is pile 1. Pile 2 is the Thoth deck. Pile 3 is the Vision Quest deck. And pile 4 is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So if you need a little bit more time choosing your pile, make sure you pause the video. And if you're no longer here, if this is no longer live, just jump down to the description and choose your pile. Okay, let's get set up. Pile 1 is first. Hello, pile number 1. Your song message is Unana by Sir, from the album or the EP Her Too. And my I Am app just popped on. It says, I am grateful for big hugs. So pile 1, do you give good hugs? And do you have like nice arms? I don't know. I wanted to point that out. So maybe you guys have really good, strong hugs, warm hugs. So the first message off the bat is to clear your energy, clear your aura. So just reminding everybody that tunes into this message that these are not 2024 prediction readings. These are just to meet you where you are in this present moment as we get the year started. Also, these are timeless readings. So when you find them is when you're meant to hear the message. And always listen with discernment. So anyways, the first message off the bat is to clear your energy, and to really get into getting centered. I'm hearing grind mode. So if there's a pause right now, it's to help you clear out any clutter, stagnation in your aura. And I'm hearing staycation. Someone's doing some sort of like, spending time outside or under the sun or moon, something like this. Or this is what you aim to do. If you've been thinking about it, go for it. Spirit wants to help you clear your aura, so you can like shine brighter, so you can be in better alignment at this time. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, and I was hearing while I was getting set up, you carry it well, or to carry it well. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, and you can see on this card there's a family there, some sort of like family gathering. I'm hearing confidence, so feeling secure, feeling stable at this time. There also might be something that you are building or creating, and it may feel like it may not have turned out exactly how you want it, but either way, this isn't a bad energy to be in at all, especially the 10 of Pentacles. So some of us are still building something, or maybe you could literally be hanging out with family, but there's something missing. Something's like not quite right. And Spirit is just reminding you that whatever you're waiting for, or whatever's on your mind, it's okay to accept the lows of that scenario, I guess. So you might be feeling a bit of failure, even though there is quite a bit of abundance or security around you. Or it could be family, feeling like something is missing. Or maybe even that something has stagnated. And I want to say why it's important to clear your energy at this time is because you should be celebrating. And I was going to say this. Someone's going to get a pedicure. The song that's playing now is Stoned at the Nail Salon. So there's something you're meant to be celebrating. I want to say there's quite a bit of money on its way, or you have quite a bit of money, but there's something, again, missing. So accept the lows of that scenario, because you will be moving on into calmer waters. There's a shift in the energy. And I just keep hearing confidence. So there will be a improvement of a situation, moving on from something. And I want to say it's okay if you're feeling the need to look really deeply into things, like being very discerning, being very balanced within your mental state. I'm hearing curating. So you might feel like you're like in charge of something. So continue to, I want to say, dig even deeper. Keep looking deeply into the situation, especially if your intuition is telling you to move beyond something and leave a scenario behind, to quit, to cut something out. And really trust the path that you're on, because whatever you're moving towards is going to be a lot better, especially if you are feeling that sense of failure. Even if you feel secure, there is something missing maybe, right? And Spirit is like, yes, there is something. The grass is greener on that other side. So continue being very discerning. I want to say, no, I'm going to keep going actually. So we have the 4 of Cups. So there is a new opportunity, but maybe you don't necessarily see that at this time. Maybe you've gotten a little bit comfortable in some old memories. I want to say Spirit will be communicating something very soon, but you might get some really quick communication. Some of you are on a, like, again, staycation, vacation. But you might be getting some quick information, and whatever this opportunity is, or gift, or move, or change is, just know that, especially if there's a lot of money tied to it, or security tied to it, or even if your family's involved in it, no one can take away something that Spirit has gifted you. So really have that sense of courage, and know that if something belongs to you, it will remain with you as long as Spirit says so. So no one can take that away. I want to say there's a lot of fear, and it's okay to be moving through uncertainties. It's okay to be moving through uncertainties, and that will help you address some of those unconscious fears. So that's the element of surprise, I want to say, embracing the element surprise. So especially if something didn't go the way that you wanted it to, embrace life's highs and lows. Look really deeply within the situation, especially as the tides change over. There's going to be an opportunity, so make sure that you're listening, I want to say, because it will be quick information, and you're going to want to feel secure in that new opportunity. I want to say, So don't play it too safe when this situation arises. And this card says maintain compassion under pressure. This song that's playing is called Grace, and she's saying, I dance with grace to relieve my pain. Let's get some oracle. Okay, so we have the Justice card by Power of 3. Sorry, my cards are just talking. I gotta move them because they're gonna keep falling over, and I'm gonna keep thinking it's a message. So Justice by Power of 3 by 3. Maya, deliver justice to me, is your first oracle. Then we have the Shapeshifter. We have the Bardo. And we have love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. So I want to say moving your body at this time, it would be really good. So we have justice. So whatever you felt like was a failure, especially if it has to do with your finances and your security or family at this time, there will be justice. There will be rewards, I even want to say. So I want to say receive with gratitude, receive with love, and really trust where you are in this moment, so that this can play out the way it's meant to, and within within your favor as well. So for me, anytime I get the Shapeshifter, all these archetype cards have duality to them. So in a positive light, this is someone who's adaptable and can move with the shifts and move with the tides. in a negative light. It can be, it can be not remaining authentic or true to oneself, just kind of going with the flow in a way that doesn't necessarily serve you. So I want to say, I think lean into being adaptable while also trusting that like who you are is enough. So it's great to be adaptable, but I think if you lead with that authenticity, you will find yourself where you want to be. So the bardo. So there's some sort of shift into a better scenario, and if you feel like you're clinging on to the past, well, Spirit is trying to show you whatever's on the other side, and there's going to be necessary changes. So even if it looks bleak, the bardo for me is like the end and the beginning. So from one life to another. And, be patient with the new opportunities or new information. This could be travel or a new move. But just know that you are in the in-between at this time. So we have... you are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. So just know that when the justice plays out, you'll be feeling way more empowered in who you are as a person. And it's okay to feel that now, even if something didn't go the way that you wanted it to. Also, don't overcomplicate things. So again, stay true to your true nature. And I know that might sound very redundant, but Spirit's like, don't be aloof. If you value yourself, then, you won't lead with a shadow. You'll lead with your, positive attributes. And so it's important to keep doing that shadow work and clearing your energy at this time. That way that things do work in your favor and your manifestations come through the way that you want them to. But also you accept this new opportunity. You move into that shift. You leave whatever you need to leave behind. So pause this video if you need time. But I'm going to roll the dice so you can ask a yes or no question. Also, rest is really important for pile 1. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. I'm hearing rest assured. So your answer is to wait. And I think that you're still getting your mind right. You're looking into something deeper. You might be having new insights around things at this time. So the answer is to wait. And I want to say, be as authentic as you can, because then you won't people please or lend yourself to anything that doesn't serve a purpose. And you'll do what you have to do. You'll have to move forward in whatever way, right? So the answer is to wait. I hope that gave you clarity. Also, check out another pile, or you can go down to the description below. I like to go to the playlist and hit shuffle, and then choose a pile from there if you feel like there's more that Spirit could communicate to you at this time. Comment down below the flying money. Pile 1. Comment below some flying money. Because I want to say you're on the fly, you're moving, and it has to do with your monetary lifestyle within this new year. So, but it does feel like something is leaving in order to be replaced as well. So let me know if this resonates by commenting down below the money emoji. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And now we're going to hop into pile 2. Thank you, pile 1. Hello, pile number 2. Your song message is Fantasy by Amaray, from the album The Angel You Don't Know. So Fantasy. So you chose the Thoth deck. And right off the bat, your message is to write. So write about it. Make sure you're journaling, setting some intentions for the year, for yourself. And just a reminder, pal, too, that these readings are not meant to be predictions for the year. I might do a prediction reading, but this is to meet you where you are in this moment as the new year begins. So always listen with discernment. So right off the bat, we have to be scripting at this time in some way, journaling, writing, and I want to say getting into alignment, surrendering any trust issues as well. So we have the Hierophant. I want to say connecting with a higher purpose, with your higher beliefs, standing your ground, I want to say as well, within whatever you want to commit to this year, but also just within this present moment. So your intuition is telling you something, and it's absolutely correct. It has to do with your independence, your ability to commit to things, also not to take someone or something too seriously at this time and start acting as if it already is. So if there's things that you're trying to attract at this time, it's time to believe that it already is. Your intuition is telling you that it is. So trust in the change that you cannot see at this time, and don't let your shadow thoughts, shadow self run the show. So the way to be attractive, I want to say, to, or magnetic to whatever it is that you're contemplating at this time, especially when it comes to your routines or whatever you desire to commit to, that self-trust is really important. So I want to say also removing any false masks. So breaking any habits also that don't serve or benefit you at this time. There's already some rewards that you're already reaping, and it is through your ability to be sovereign, I want to say, and self-dependent. So continue working with spirit to really trust your ascension process, your healing process. So we have the Fool. So this is like new year, new me, new beginning, new start, fresh slate, So there are some changes that are going to require your freshness. And so that's why self-care at this time and being very grounded within, whatever you believe in is essential. So you can find that balance and not feel critical or judgmental or, teetering, I want to say, teetering with the future self or the future commitments and the past version or the past commitments. So really choosing your future self and remembering that it's okay to let go of things. So we have this Knight of Discs, and so you might be a Taurus. There's a lot of earth energy here, or a Taurus Aries cusp. I want to say making sure that you're going outside, getting on walks. You are someone who works very hard, very diligent. Also, don't prove anything to anyone at this time, especially not within friendship. When it's time to make new friendships as well, it will be easy to trust these people. So do not burden yourself. You sometimes lend to overworking or proving. So it's important to have a sense of detachment. Like, you're a very hard worker. You're someone who likes to put in the effort. And while that is very much valued, it is important to also trust the other person without trying to manipulate or coerce through devotion, through proving, through overworking. So I want to say trust that the connections or friendships or even this could be within work as well, the collaborations that you need happen in a fluid way. And when they do, it will be easy to trust these people because it will feel it's the right place, right time, right scenery. So make sure you're getting outside. There is some sort of change and transformation happening. I would say I would warn of burnout at this time. And I want to say it's due to whatever trust issues are surfacing, and really believe in that higher power to steer clear of complaining, proving, trying to earn something. So let's get into this oracle. Remain playful through the change. That way you can move past anything that happened in the past, and feel that sense of harmony, balance. You might be 29 years old. Doesn't have to be. Also want to say to honor how you feel. I think that will, if you can, it's easier said than done, honor your emotions, especially within journaling or writing. You will feel less obligated to prove to people what you're feeling or show them. You will have honored it within yourself and be guided more emotionally in a way that serves everyone, that's more grounded and realistic, So we have healing. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring me to your healing power. So it's not silly to be on a healing journey or to be doing healing work. I feel like I have to say that. And to take it very lightheartedly. Don't treat it like a chore. It's not a chore. It really empowers us, and it's something you get to build on and cultivate over time. And it's, it will help you get out of any standstill situations and make you very yummy and magnetic to whatever changes or fun you want to experience. So, especially if it's like friendship. So we have get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. I don't think that you are someone who needs to learn that. I think you completely understand being of service to others. So I think it's about balance and reciprocity, fair exchange. I was also hearing dormant. So if you are engaged in any relationships that feel dormant, take note of that. There might be changes occurring, and that might require your independence temporarily. Only take that if it applies. So we have the thread. So this person's moving through a dark space, and they're just following this red thread to the rainbow. So I want to say your routines, again, your higher belief systems, whatever you need to follow until you get to the other side is, especially of the healing work, is going to help you navigate whatever newness is occurring. I want to say there's a project that Spirit wants you to focus on. I think that is your thread for some of us. And it's really important that you be way more accepting and proud of, I almost want to get emotional, accepting and proud of your trauma and your scars, because when we are in denial, we don't take accountability. Though we didn't create those things, we might not have created them on our own. In order to transform and embrace change, we have to accept, and we have to then take accountability for what we can manage in this moment. So that's where spirit comes in. That's where God comes in and lightens the load. Offer yourself that compassion and understanding, so that you are so grounded when meeting new people, and you feel well rested, and you feel like whole within yourself. So this card says, I'm only as free as I make myself. So don't make it harder on yourself. You're only as free as you make yourself. So pause this video if you need a little bit more time. I'm going to roll the dice. If you have a yes or no question on your mind, think of it now and hold it in your mind. Your answer is to wait. And especially if you are getting to know new people, there are trustworthy situations, people, scenarios within your midst at this time. So it might feel new. I want to say be patient as you're gaining new information and learning new things at this time, pile 1 or pile 2. So I almost said pile 1. You might want to listen to that one as well. But the answer is to wait. And it's totally okay to make it known how much you care. But don't, you want it to be a fair exchange. I'm just hearing fair exchange. So I hope that this resonates and makes sense for you, pal 2. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below a mermaid if this resonated, because these two people are mermaids. And I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you had a happy New Year's Eve. And I hope you have a great new year. Make sure you're journaling at this time and writing things down. Take note. Let's get into pile 3. Yeah. I feel like I could just keep going for you, pile 2, but I'm not going to. So if you feel called to get a private with me, do so. Alright, pile 3. Oh man. Let's get into it. Hello, pile 3. Your song message is Cure by Moonchild. Cure. And she's saying love is a cure for heartache. Right off the bat, your message from Spirit is to share. So there's something that you need to open up about, especially if you have a platform, or you need to send an email, you need to send a text, you need to communicate something, and Spirit is saying, please share it. So hit the send button, get to it. So you chose the Vision Quest deck. I also want to remind you guys that these are not prediction readings, though I want to do them. So if you think that that's a good idea, comment down below a thumbs up emoji. I wanted to do like an in-depth predictions reading, but this is to meet you where you are as we get into this new year. It's not to predict what's going to happen. So you chose the Vision Quest deck. Someone's gonna be writing you a check very soon, and it's gonna be big. They're gonna owe you something. So we have the 8 of Water, stagnation. So there's obviously, you might have some dishes piled up in your sink. But there's some sort of stagnated circumstances, and where people might have not played fair, or there was some energy thrown that shouldn't have been, bad vibes, something that you should have left sooner, but you didn't, you stayed. So there's something that you're contemplating it within a hermit phase at this time. You're kind of thinking things over, reviewing the circumstance. There might be a lot of jealousy, evil eye, bad intentions being thrown towards you at this time. So if you have people evil eyeing you and you find your mood to be more down, that's why. So I want to say, if you needed that reminder of your value, your worth, just know that you are completely valuable. You're just experiencing some sort of stagnation or bad energy being thrown towards you. So if you've been called to hermit, protect your energy, do so. You are safe, and Spirit is trying to ground you with this information. And always know that everything is happening in perfect divine timing, and do not mistake fear for reality, especially if there is bad vibes. Sadly, it does affect us temporarily, but not in the long run. So just know that you are very protected at this time, and not to give in to any fear. If anything, when people evil eye us, it just helps us do shadow work. So see it like that. So there's some new ideas or new passion that is going to catapult you forward. You might also be working on your root chakra. Spirit is making you aware of some sort of new ideas or new perspectives, new ways of looking at things. This is also going to help you remove some sort of weak attachment to someone. It will help you remove some sort of rose-colored tints so you can see the circumstance clearly, especially if you have your passion and traumas potentially intertwined with this person. So there will be some sort of like bold action taken very soon, but right now I think you're reviewing something, and again removing some sort of rose-colored tints. There's some sort of unhealthy boundaries, and that is going to catapult you into some sort of new beginning, new start, or new idea. So it's a very positive thing, though it may feel heavy at first. That's okay that it feels heavy. There is some sort of King of Cups, but this person is like not in the greatest energy. This could be you or someone else going through some sort of anxiety, pain, hurt. I feel like this person's very concerned. If this is a partner, they're very concerned with who you've been with, like how many people you've been with romantically, sexually. And if that doesn't reply, or I almost said reply, they might be concerned with whether you reply, and it's got them in a burnt out way. So this indeed is a red flag. So make sure you're yielding. Well, said yelling. So make sure you're yielding to all the red flags, acknowledging any anxieties or hurt or pain that you're feeling, especially if it's coming from someone else or somewhere else, outside influences. Get good rest at this time to combat that, and positivity, being optimistic. So if there's any doubt as well in having to do with romance, I would say stop, yield to the red flags, even if you are the red flag. Like, slow down your mind, and I want to say get into more of a celebratory energy. Find something to celebrate. I say be optimistic about how you feel as well. Instead of leaning into fear. So we have the grandfather. There could be a There could be a masculine figure or energy around you if this is not you, this grandfather energy. And this person wants you to have integrity. So if this is someone that you need to ask advice from, father, grandfather, and if this is you, it's about embodying more integrity, more masculine yang energy. So there's something you need to cut out. There's something that's not a good idea. And I'm hearing dominance. Look up the definition of dominance. The true definition of it. I want to say whatever you do for work and career should be a focus at this time. And really following whatever guidance in that area, especially creatively, is important. Because there's something that won't be a very good idea, and Spirit is going to make that very clear, or this grandfather is going to make that very clear. So if it has to do, I'm hearing secular, if it has to do with your career, your money, your position, your sense of authority, that's why you would want this advice from this person, or you would want to embody more integrity, or patience, even more patience. Moving out of like love instead of insecurity. What else, Spirit? Yeah, your projects are very important. So I want to say exude that, sense of domination, entitlement. I mean, in the best way. So that way, like, whatever's needs to be cut out or ended or resolved can be done. Be sturdy. I want to say, be confident, be sturdy. Let's get into this oracle. I want to say also it's okay to like look elsewhere. So if someone's dealing with a romantic partner, this person has separation anxiety. So they could be a bit clingy, nervous. They could be nervous. Okay. So we have healing. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring me to your healing power. So a lot of people doing healing work as we bring in the new year. I found that this year was the year of a rabbit. It was very feminine, very slow paced, even though a lot was happening, if that makes sense. Like, it all felt like very monotone. And there was a lot of feminine healing work this year, which I know next year will be back to the masculine yang healing work, which is, I think, is already kind of begun. But especially the beginning of this last year was very much about feminine healing work. So it's okay to embrace and take accountability for any traumas, things that are surfacing at this time, especially if you can see the areas where it's creating stagnation, and turn that into power by, remaining authentic, but also, being more grounded in your speech and your thought, not letting the wounded, inner child, wounded person, wounded heart lead, So, and Spirit's like, that's autonomy. So think for yourself, and the healing work empowers us to be clearer, discerning, make things happen in our lives. So you want to achieve that sense of harmony. So we have harmony. As I create, I will share. Harmony divine with love and care. I said share. Time to share. I said share at the beginning. So I want to say you're doing this healing work to feel more empowered in what you do, you create, and you're co-collaborating with the divine. So maybe you're very attractive as well. So I want to say be confident. Be confident. It says, turn your heart light on. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. What did I say? I literally just said that. I didn't even see this card. So you want to lead with the healed self, tell the healed story. It's okay to be soft and vulnerable sometimes. Vulnerability can be power. I want to say express yourself authentically. If you're seeing feathers, these are confirmations. Also, eagles or hawks. Don't be afraid of yourself and your depth. And you might meet a new version of yourself and feel like after you've done your shadow work, or at least loved upon and embraced your shadow, you might look at yourself and be like, where has this version of myself been all this time, So keep doing more discovery work and taking action, I want to say. So we have the shadow. The song that's playing now is Mr. Sun by Greta Pang. So she says, I can't lie, I miss you, Mr. Sun. So make sure you're getting outside, getting some sunlight, and trying to dispel the darkness. So you're doing the healing work with your shadow. We have a podcast episode on shadow work. I will link it down below. So we have the king archetype, This is that emperor, grandfather energy, making tough decisions that serve the greater good. Maybe having a lot of power also. Someone who has a lot of power, but hopefully we want to give back, And a lot of people don't see creativity as a way to give back, or sharing advice as a way to give back. But these are small ways that we can be of service to our community. So you embody this king-like archetype, and it's important to be rational and decisive with that energy, and not divisive. And I think the best way to plant your seeds moving forward is to know that you are safe. And if your wounded self or shadow self or hidden self is telling you otherwise, it will be really hard to be authentic or move from that space of empathy. And empathy and sympathy are two different things. So, it's okay to be caring and kind, but there are limits. So being discernful as well. I think the king archetype is completely discernful. So we have spiritual understanding is unfolding. Be patient and listen. So whatever you're creating or sharing at this time, it's completely spirit-led, whether you know that or not. So that's why it's important to take it at your pace and one step at a time. Be grounded, The song, she says, trapped in Babylon without no sun. So make sure you're letting your sun lead, not your darkness. Pause this video if you need more time, but think of a question. Think of any question and hold it in your mind. Hopefully a yes or no question. And your answer is no. It landed on the king archetype. So I want to say, I'm going to clarify this no. So a lot of the healing work or fears that you might carry around your position or who you are as a person have to do with a past life or past life memories. So the answer is no. And I think it had to do with something about, sad or deep emotions, or it's tied to a sad experience or deep emotions that might not necessarily serve you at this time. So the answer is no. I hope that this helps. Comment down below a crown for this king archetype. And, if you need to get emotional to open up that heart space, do so. Or you find yourself getting emotional, just know it's like you're having a heart awakening. I want to say love you, pal 3. I feel like you need some more love. You deserve love. You're worthy. Stay strong. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this reading. We're going to hop into pile 4, the last pile. This is the second time this song has come on today. Sisters of the Moon by Fleetwood Mac. Actually, maybe third time. Second time. I've heard this today. Hello, pile 4. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel before we get into your reading. Your song message is Sisters of the Moon by Fleetwood Mac. This song has been quite the synchronicity for me, so comment if you know the song. Comment below some music emojis. So the first message for you, pile 4, right off the bat is to dress to impress. Come prepared. So make sure you're showing up as it is. Make sure you're arriving on time. I'm hearing it's someone's belated birthday. Make sure you are dressing up, looking your best, and feeling yourself. I want to say, make sure you feel yourself before you leave the house. Do a fit check. Yes. So you chose the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. And the first card we have is the Queen of Presents. So this is what it looks like. And I want to say, on a material level, you look very expensive or grounded or wealthy. Like you have your shit together. Queen of Pentacles is very materially sound and or at least organized, and presents themselves very well. It's giving clean girl aesthetic. You don't have to be a female listening to this. So I want to say you're removing some fears at this time, some subconscious fears. And I think that it's because there's some big changes occurring, happening around you. And Spirit's like, whatever is leaving, let it leave, or it has already left. I feel like it's already left. So continue letting it go so you can embrace more. And I want to say better even. But I think this might be more so on an internal level. So moving through some emotions, some fears, some doubts even. So maybe that's why we're doing some affirmation of, who you are, this Queen of Pentacles energy, being grounded, and I want to say loving, secure within oneself. You might like to bake. I think the full moon maybe brought up a lot of fear or tension for you. But really what you're feeling on a subconscious level is that there's big change happening. I'm not sure if you necessarily see that yet. Maybe you do, but make sure you're writing and journaling at this time. You might own a business of your own. You might have also astrologically ended a very major cycle. So, so you might have let go of something recently and you're like in a new beginning. And I'm hearing ripple effect. So there's going to be very big changes happening. Maybe you do or you don't feel this. I'm not sure. But either way, Spirit is affirming that. So this is the Four of Potions. So it's important to acknowledge this all feels internal. So like subconscious memories that are lingering, that may create that feeling of stagnation or holdups. And be willing to, especially if this resonates, receive the message that there is change happening, and especially tied to your abundance, your material realm. So if Spirit is asking you to surrender some old things, old memories, something that might not be serving you anymore, especially if it has like unhealthy boundaries, continue clearing your energy so you can change direction. Because, I want to say within whatever scenario that was, your value was at risk. And I want to say you deserve to be compensated, to feel secure. You deserve gifts, if that applies. You deserve more. I just want to say more. So I want to say don't second guess what you're capable of achieving in this lifetime. Really review, I want to say, some old feelings and address the unnecessary feelings that may be keeping you stuck in past memories, situations, people, places that you don't necessarily need anymore. Especially distractions, I want to say. There might be a little bit of distraction. So if you've made a change in direction, I think it's time to celebrate that change and I want to say work your magic for those of us who are practitioners, but also intention setting, vision boarding, the whole nine. So very Venusian, this pile. I want to say very loving, mothering, and that is why it's important for you to make very specific changes at this time or embrace whatever newness spirit is bringing into your life. Even if that requires risk or not really knowing exactly how things will play out. Maybe that's your tendency, is to want to have that sense of control over the changes that are occurring. But I think that this is bigger than what you've dealt with before. So it's important that you just let go. Focus on the letting go aspect rather than the control. So we have the Two of Cups. There's going to be some sort of new choices, new relationships, especially if there's one on your mind that has stagnated or, brought up difficult lessons. So if you want to see the new seeds sprout, it's important you water that grass. Don't water what was or what has stagnated. Make sure you're moving forward, and trust spirit, trust the plan, trust your projects, your money, yourself, your self-security. So when you take the new path or the new opportunity that spirit is bringing to you and you leave whatever behind, you'll become the Empress. You'll go from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress, There's a level up here. The song that's playing now, this is like my favorite song. It's called, I have a lot of favorite songs. Courage by Leanne La Havas. Someone wears like a headdress or like you have a nice hat. Or like, invest in some good lingerie if you're feminine. If you're masculine, buy your special person some like good quality lingerie. Feeling that Venusian luxury, sense of luxury. Like invest, celebrate yourself, indulge. What else? So that come dressed and prepared, feel it, embody it. Yeah. So we have Justice. By the power of 3x3, Mayat, deliver justice to me. So what's really standing out is this sword. Someone might own a dagger, but I want to say, if there's anything that needs to be cut out, cut it out. Or if you've done it, it's going to play out in your favor. Writing at this time. Your pen is your sword. Write it down. Affirm it. Speak as if it is. Create things that you're proud of. If you've made choices, they're justified. Make sure you're speaking authentically as well. I'm hearing bridging the gap. And just know that your satisfaction is also important. you know? So the more that you pour into yourself, the more you're going to get out of it. You know, that's also self-nurturance. Builds confidence. So we have magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. So there will be some secrets being revealed very soon. Also, you know, this phoenix energy is really important. So you're going from something lesser to something better. And it might have costed you an old life, but you will get to have a better one in exchange, and you'll be a new version of yourself. So there's some sort of secrets that are going to be revealed as well along this next few weeks, or like within this journey. It can be big or small. So we have the ring. So cyclical. Was it this pile that I said something astrological, closing out a big cycle? So cyclical for my astrology babes. The cyclical lessons, closing out a chapter. Obviously, we're closing out a year. So the ring is also commitment. I'm hearing strange happenings. So if you're having like weird synchronicities, make sure you are paying attention. You might be moving on into higher commitment. So I said someone's going from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress. Empress is a wife. So is the Queen of Pentacles, but the Empress is also a mother. So you might be leveling up in the areas of romance as well. You might be getting married. Someone is doing, shadow work at this time. So it's like, be patient. So we have the Underworld card. Really face your fears, face your doubts. And do it courageously. And sometimes being courageous looks silly. Don't be too prideful that you can't have fun doing the shadow work or moving through the underworld. Especially if you're like having nightmares and things. Don't take it so seriously, so literally. And it sounds easier said than done, I know. But whatever this transformation is, it's essential to getting to whatever higher commitment this is, or mastering a lesson. This can also represent oneness, everything being super connected. So I want to say relax at this time. Whatever choices, things you've cut out, things you've done, things you've said are going to play out in your favor. So if you needed that affirmed, there'll be more information revealed to you very soon. Secrets specifically. If you have to visit some nightmares in order to get to those secrets, embrace it. Don't take it too seriously. It's just meant to show you what is and what isn't. So this card says compassion is a state of constant giving of the self for others. I want to say, especially if you're a very giving person and that hasn't always been appreciated, it's time to celebrate that the difference between being an asset or being a distraction, but also someone else being an asset to you and being a distraction. So you've broken an old habit, or you are in the process of breaking it. So I want to applaud you, pal, for I feel for you. And think of a question, and it can be a yes or no question. Pause the video if you need more time. I'm going to roll the dice to answer anything that may be still lingering in your mind. And the answer is wait. So if you feel like you're moving through a lot of fears at this time, guilt trips, navigating like some like heavier energies, dense energies, there's a lot of like trickster energy with this new year. I was already feeling it as well. So don't be fear-mongered. Don't be guilt-tripped at this time. If there's something on your mind, begin. If there's something you have to go celebrate, do it. Do it at full capacity. Be patient with the overall process or whatever cycle, you're in at this time, or commitments you may make. But I also want to say, don't let fear bog you down too much. Everyone is feeling this energy to a certain extent, and I think writing down things and journaling at this time will really speed up the process of moving through the underworld and having that having those epiphanies, moments of enlightenment. So your answer was wait. You have justice on your side, and I hope that I answered all your questions. The song that's playing now is You Make Me Feel, A Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go. I hope that this was helpful, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down a diamond ring if this resonated. And I will see you guys in the next Pick a Card reading. Watch my last vlog, you guys. We got to run these views up. Run these views up. Yeah, comment down below what you guys want to see in the future on this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a great year. Have a great new year.